Hey everyone, Rushlock here with our next video from Evaganda, Rixx Javix. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to like button down below and leave a ridiculous comment. And be sure to subscribe to the channel. Running for CSM. CCP just released the news regarding the upcoming CSM election cycle for CSM 18. The last CSM term was extended so that we could get back into announcing this new CSM at FanFest. So that will be happening here in September. It is tempting to run again. This September will also represent my 15th year of playing EVE Online and being part of this incredible community. And there's a certain poetry to those numbers all happening around on the 20th anniversary of the game. I did run for the first time 2 years ago, and I learned an incredible amount about the game, how the elections work, and what the CSM is all about during that campaign. I came very close to getting in and finished a round short of being elected. I had a lot of fun running that campaign, created a bunch of cool videos and wallpapers, talked to everyone I could, appeared on all of the shows, and essentially ran as hard as I could. So it is tempting to think about running again, I admit it. As usual, when the bug hit yesterday, I gave it some serious consideration. I asked around to a few people and ran it up the poll in the Alliance Discord, as well as on TweetFleet. As expected, the response was extremely positive and supportive, which is always appreciated. But I decided to sleep on it and see how I felt in the morning. This is always the best way to make big decisions. And to be honest, I like the way things are. I get to sit out here and write whatever I want in these pages, work on incredible projects, and fly with my courtmates every day, run my fleets on the weekends, and never really have to consider politics. It is an incredible amount of work running a successful campaign for CSM, and ultimately you end up on a board of directors for a focus group. Again, this is not anti-CSM stance here. I believe the CSM is a unique, positive, and important player representative group, and I respect almost everyone who has served. But let's be honest. It isn't a group designed or built to affect change or influence. And while that can often happen, it is rare. That is just not what the CSM is intended to be. And yet, everyone who runs is expected to put forth a platform for change. I did 2 years ago, and my platform was built around faction warfare / lowsec and the lack of attention that area of space had gotten over the previous 10 years. The truth was, I already knew it would be getting that attention shortly. And I'd already been able to contribute my opinions regardless of those changes. All without ever having served a day on the CSM. And I could give numerous other examples of the same things over the years. I love EVE, and this is this community of ours. And so that always makes me feel like I should serve. But then I also believe I am already serving, or I already am serving, and doing so in my own way, out here in the wild, and I can continue to do that without being on the CSM. I should leave the CSM for those who feel passionate about running and serving. My passions for EVE run in different directions. And so, this morning I decided that I won't be running again. And I honestly feel like that is the right decision. Onward and upward. So I think the big important part here that I took away from it is someone who's been in the CSM campaign setting or arena and can have a clear vision of what the CSM is and what the CSM is not. If anyone has links that they can post in the comments down below, I would appreciate it. How frequently, I'm trying to know how to articulate this, where does the idea that someone running for CSM is going to do so to go fix the game, or go change the game, or go help the game in a more direct manner? Where does that narrative come from? You know, did it originate in CSMs before I started playing EVE Online? You know, what put that forth that idea? If we go back and read the CCP posts about the CSM, about what it is and explanations for it, is there any lack of clarity or communication or language in those posts, I wonder? Because the idea is out there, right? How many times have you seen people running for CSM and their plan is to go in there and tell CCP what they need to hear to fix their game? And it's always seemed ridiculous to me because I don't know where that idea comes from. I think we've heard from Brisk before of sitting in, you know, CSM meetings, the first meetings to get together, and you can pick out the ones who first time, you know, you can see that shine in their eye, that spring in their step, and then they find out the reality of it. Like, no, you're not here to talk, you're here to listen. At least in terms of ratio, right? They're there to listen more than they are to speak. And this focus group idea is pretty accurate. You are there to give feedback, but you're there to give feedback on things that CCP wants to know about. You're not there to give feedback on things that you want, you know, or your voter base or whatever. You're not there to further an agenda. You're there to give feedback on CCP's, for the most part, already established agenda. And that seems to be a wake-up call for some or many candidates that we've heard from in regards to Brisk giving some feedback from their experiences with seeing first-timers go in. And yeah, I'm just curious. Like, I wonder what established that early narrative that people go into CSM to go change the game, to go fix it, and how that came to be, and what, if anything, CCP can do to provide clarity on that. You know, they're still a company, and they have a community team, they have a PR team or whatever, and they make these posts, make these announcements, and they're going to be, generally speaking, pretty soft-handed. I don't think we're going to see CCP make a post that's a hammer clubbing people over the head going, hey, CSM is for you to sit there, shut up, and listen. And then at the end, we ask you questions about what we just said. It is not here for you to come talk to us and tell us how to run the game or how to fix the game. I doubt it'll be that blunt. So there might be things that kind of approach that sideways. I'm not aware. But again, it's an open invitation to anybody to post some links in the comments down below, and maybe we'll see some old posts that will give some insight to that. I'd be really interested to hear what people know about that and information they can provide. So, Rixx not running for CSM upcoming, but giving some insights on their past experience with it and things to consider if you yourself or people you know are interested in running. And we'll see you all in the next video.